Hello and welcome back to the PES 2019 Master League with Newcastle United. Typically it's been a while since we've jumped into the old Master League. Not much has really changed, we're just trying to get our way through the season to the January transfer window. What happened in the last episode, because it's been too long. Oh yes, this is why. I've blanked it out of my memory. We had a 5-2 loss away at Arsenal, the worst defeat of the season, and then a 3-2 victory over Burnley, a big win that we needed to get over the team that was in and around us, and then we lost 2-0 to Chelsea, which, you know, not overly surprising. So what have we in store for this episode? Well, the first game will be away at Goodison Park against Everton, and then a huge game against Huddersfield, who are bottom of the table. Well, it's quite timely considering that Newcastle and Huddersfield played yesterday. Similar result would be brilliant. And then we will end with a game against West Ham away at the Olympic Stadium, London Stadium, New West Ham Stadium. And since we're trying to get our way through this season, we might do some simulation, might simulate the Tottenham and Bournemouth games, just to try and get a little bit further. And then for the next episode we'll have City, Leicester and Brighton, which then the episode after that will be into the transfer window. So there's a timetable there. Whether or not I stick to it is a completely different thing. I probably won't, considering my time management, as you've probably gathered from this channel, is appalling. So we've just got some recommendations from our scouts for players in areas that are conceivably, or that they consider to be, that we are weak in. Sarah is a goalkeeper. He's rated less than Darlow, who's our backup keeper, so no thank you. Opazo, we probably could do with another right back. I'm trying to move Manquillo on. This lad, he's similarly rated to Manquillo. He might be a bit older, but you know. This chap is 35, no chance. Jakubovic, nope. Saeed at Dijon, don't really need another support. Well, don't know. No one who can really play that support striking role apart from Jose Perez. But no, we've got Perez, that'll be fine. And Rukavina at right back. He's 34, so no, I don't think so. So as per usual, we are just going to crack on into the first game of the episode against Everton. Who have they got on their side? Pickford, Mina, Keane, Digne, Coleman, Gay, Davis, Bernard, Walcott, Sigurdsson and Omar Niasse gets a start. Well, there you go, little miracles everywhere. We will go with our usual lineup. The only differences are, speaking of Javier Manquillo, he comes in at right back because DeAndre Yedlin's a little bit tired, and the same case for Key, so Diame comes in to start. Really could do with building some consistency in this league season so far, because we haven't done that at all. We win a game, then lose two, or draw and then lose. So we could do with putting a few wins together back to back, especially with the Huddersfield game coming up. So if we could get a result in this game, that will give us momentum going into that one. I've chatted enough, so let's kick some metaphorical balls. Well, physical, but you know what I mean. Goodison Park, which I am certain is an accurate representation of what Goodison Park actually looks like. Yeah, big game against Everton. Well, every game for us is a big game, but we need, like I say, we need to put some consistent results on the board, which is what this game is all about. So let's see if we can do that, shall we? Yeah, alright then. Gay to Sigurdsson, back to Idrissa Gay. Out wide for Walcott. Oh, this is a lovely build-up here from Everton, pushed away by Dubravka, and it comes straight to Niasse, and right off the bat, Everton have taken the lead through Omar Niasse. Well, that's annoying. They've gone straight from kick-off, and they've put it in the back of the net. Look at this for a build-up. Couldn't get anywhere near it. One-touch football. Everton have turned into bloody Barcelona circa 2009. Oh, that's not the start that we wanted, obviously. Right, now we can do this from kickoff. Oh, for God's sake, never mind. Well, one now, Rondon. There's a lot to do here, Rondon. Deep in his own half. Does well, gets it out to Kennedy. No real support, so he's going to lay it off for Diame. Kennedy's going to get it back. He's going to come through it, and the flick from Rondon wouldn't have been what I would have done. Well, to be fair, what I would have done was panicked and fallen over, so he's done better than I would have in that particular scenario. Everton looked to break with Niasse. He's been absolutely taken out, but the referee has played the advantage, which is not going to work out well for us. Sigurdsson in towards Nias, and it's 2-0. Well, balls and many knobs. Omar Nias. Here, I've backed you, Nias. Everyone has slated you, and I have said, no, he's decent, and this is how you repay me, you absolute penis. I was hoping he would give the free kick, because I generally am not very good at defending. Coming through, plays it low, and Nias taps it in. 2-0 down. Right, we've gone attacking to try and at least test Pickford before the end of the half. Oh, we have a free kick. Lovely stuff, I think. I hope. What? How in the name of Jesus is that not our free kick? This is a fix. This is an absolute fix. That's ridiculous. I'm genuinely furious about that. Ball in towards Rondon, headed away. Can we get it back? No, we can't. And that will be the last action of the first half. 2-0 down. I'd say we deserve to be behind, but not by 2 goals. And that bloody free kick given against us was ridiculous. I'm genuinely really angry about that. Right, back underway. Can we at least test Jordan Pickford in this half? I'll be delighted if we could at least get a shot on target. Shelby. Back to Diame. Now, Diame, if you could do what you did a few episodes ago, that'd be great. Diame, well, we had a shot. That's fine. So we're going to change it up a little bit. Things are getting a little bit stale and stagnant, and we're creating bugger all. So we're going to go to this somewhat a bit more attacking. We're 2-0 down away from him. We might as well. So Perez is going to come on in a support striker role. Play is going to move up to centre forward up front with Rondon, and Hayden's going to come on for Kennedy in a defensive midfield role. They've gone fully defensive now as well, Everton, so it's making trying to break through extremely difficult. There's Fernandez. Emerson, who appears to be our only real sort of outboard. Shelby. Why? How hard is it to pass the lad wearing the same silly stripy shirt as you? It's not difficult. I'll give it to Shelby. He's going to play it into Playa. To Manquillo. To Perez, who spins, shoots, saved by Pickford. And it's in. Rondon. Rondon's got us a goal back. Is there time? Only a couple of minutes left, but Salomon Rondon gets us back into the game. I think we deserve a goal at least. We've really worked hard in this second half. Bit lucky. Good spin by Perez. Back out, and Rondon's there to tap it home. And now Diame. Pick out this pat. You had so many players to pick out, and you couldn't even pick out one. And that's going to do it. Another defeat. This time to Everton. I don't think we deserve to lose that game. We deserve to at least. Well, I don't think they deserve to score 2 goals. Is what I'm trying to say. I think a draw would have been a fair reflection on the game. Nias does get man of the match, I suppose, with his 2 goals. Rondon gets a 7, and everybody else not the greatest of ratings. Oh God. Well, we're still really in no danger of. We're still 4 points clear of Cardiff in 18th. But we need a win desperately. A win will take us up to what, 14 points, to take us up to maybe 13th, 14th, that sort of region, which we desperately need. Who's top? United, City, Tottenham, and Leicester are your top 4. Second game of this episode, and it's the headline sort of game against Huddersfield, bottom of the table, at home. If we don't win this game, that's going to set a real marker for where we really are and where we're going in this season so far. So it's a must-win game to really stamp our authority and really kick on, especially with the likes of Tottenham and City coming up in the near future. So we're going with our usual lineup. The only difference is Atsu comes in on the left-hand side for Kennedy. Just fancy giving Atsu a start. If our usual formation doesn't work in this game, we're going to change it up for the West Ham game, I think. Just for a little bit of variety, for 'tis the spice of life, as they say, against a Huddersfield Town team of Lösel, Jurgensen, Kongolo, Löwe, Haderjanai. I'm pretty sure I've said that right. That's just like someone's tripped over carrying a box of Scrabble. Hogg, Moy, Ramadan Sobi, Kachunga, Pritchard, and Lucas Perez they've brought in from, speaking of West Ham. Like I say, I don't really need to talk up how important this game is. I've chatted about it enough. Let's just get into it and hope we can get a big 3 points out of this game. Back at St James's Park, like I say, very timely considering the result yesterday. Filming this the day after that Newcastle beat Huddersfield 2-0 at home. A repeat of that would be rather brilliant, although we have no Miguel Almiron, which may make a bit of a difference, but we do have Christian Atsu. I have complete and utter faith in you, as I do in you, Emerson Palmieri. Well, the only thing about playing these sorts of teams is when you actually play them, it's the same with like playing championship teams in the FA Cup and stuff, or newly promoted teams. They generally play ridiculous football and it's impossible to get the ball off them and create anything. As you're seeing now, it's just going to get the luck of the bounce. They're going to drill it across, and that's a big save by Dubravka. Well done, Martin, to deny Pritchard, I think that is. So I'm just getting my excuses out of the way early as we have a corner to defend. Moy is going to take it. Hopefully we're going to deal with this. We don't, but it's gone out for a goal kick. Right, this is not the start we were after here, lads. Trying to find space here. Play it to Matt Ritchie. He's got Yedlin on the overlap. Good work. Drills it across. And it's gone in. It's gone in. Salomon Rondon has given us the lead against the run of play. But much like he did in this actual fixture, Salomon Rondon gives Newcastle United the lead. Just about squeezes in past Jonas Lösel. Good build up here. Ritchie holds the ball up. Yedlin on the overlap. Gets forward, and we just go with the drilled low cross. Lösel does get a hand to it, but can't keep it out. It's scrappy, but it's what we need. Yedlin up against Moy. Battle of the Baldies in that central midfielder. Oh my god, we've given it away. We've given it away. Oh, thank god, they've given it away. Happy days. Wasn't worried at all. All part of the plan. Out wide for Ramadan Sobi. Yedlin with the tackle. There's nothing wrong with that, ref. What are you on about? Is this the same ref that was ref in the last game? Atsu, coming up to the end of this first half. Can we create another goal-scoring opportunity? Flicked in behind, looking for Shelby. And he's absolutely clattered Lösel. But that will probably do it for the end of this first half. And it indeed does. It's as if we planned that. A 1-0 lead going into the break. We'll take it. Could definitely do with a second though. He's going to come forward, Kate. He's going to find player. He's got time to shoot. Saved by Lösel. He's been closed down and did well to get a shot away. Should be taken by Matt Ritchie. Oh, jeez. I thought that we got something out of nothing there. Rondon throws his bonce at it. Let's see just how close this was. It was drilled low for some reason. He gets ahead of his man and it rippled the net, and I thought perhaps that had gone in. Making a change, Alassane Player really hasn't had a lot of the ball, so Yoshinori Muto is going to come on for a rare appearance. And here he is, Muto. Got a bit of pace to him, this lad. Oh, finds Rondon, good strike, and it's the finish that we needed. Salomon Rondon gets his second goal of the game. And that's given us comfort now. Yoshinori Muto, he's only just come on the pitch. Uses his pace. It's a terrible pass, truth be told. Rondon's done brilliantly to get that, to pick up that ball. And he's played it across goal, across Lösel. And he has his second of the game. He's done well to dig that out and play it into the far corner. 2-0. Surely that's the buffer that we need now. Pritchard, Moy. Yedlin copes with it well. It's still there. Pritchard. Oh, it's going to come through to Perez and Lucas Perez, and he's hit the post. Oh, can we just get this away, please? No, that's not what I wanted. That's the opposite of away. That's Lucas Perez. He's still got through somehow, and they've got a free kick. Ball comes in. There's the header. It's come off the crossbar, and he's missed an open goal. Well, there we go. Any wonder the bottom of the table. Good header that, and it's come to, I think, Mbenza, and he's missed an open goal. Even with the shot, he's put it to the side where there's a man standing on the post. You idiot! You rightfully should hold your head in shame, you buffoon. Atsu, who is very much knackered. But that will do it. Didn't even realise it was full time. Ah, thank God for that. We've beaten Huddersfield, bottom of the table Huddersfield. And that gives us a bit of breathing room at the bottom of the table. Salomon Rondon, you beautiful man, even though you do have that questionable goatee. But we'll let you away with it. And Rondon rightfully gets man of the match with a 7.5. Not massive movement up the table, but movement nonetheless. It's at this point in time we are trying to get away from the bottom three. Cardiff on 8 points. We are now on 14 points, up in the 15th place. 2 points away from West Ham, so if we do beat West Ham, we will go above them in the table. Here's our monthly report type thing. 2 wins, 2 losses. Not ideal really. Rondon with 3 goals, Playa with 3 goals. Perez with 2 assists, Yedlin with 1, Muto with 1, and Rondon with the highest average rating at 7.3. Oh, and Playa's made it into Team of the Month. Happy days. Don't know how we've done that, but alright. Who else have we got? De Gea, Azpilicueta, Maguire, Bertrand, Cedric, Fred, Milivojevic, Pogba, Ericsson, Hazard, and Playa. Not bad company. So we've gone into the formation and we've changed it, not a great deal, but a little bit, just a little bit. I wanted to play Emerson and Yedlin as wing backs, but it won't give me the option to. Playing Key slightly deeper with Shelby a bit further up the pitch. Playa's going to come back a bit, and then we're going to have Kennedy and Richie pretty much staying where they are. I do want to get a new formation, so let me know in the comment section below. That will be your homework for today, because that's what you come to these videos for, is homework, to give me what formation generally works for you, and all of that sort of stuff. Keep Lascelles as captain, don't want to change any of that. I rarely go into any of this stuff. Support settings. I don't know what any of this means really. And preset tactics, grand. Right, okay. Well, we'll come back and look through that at another stage, I reckon. And we come into our final game of the episode against West Ham. Now, normally I would simulate this game, but because they are so close to us in the table and we have a chance to leapfrog them in the table, we will play it. And we might simulate the Tottenham game after this, just to make some progress. We are going with our usual lineup. The only difference is I've made it. Yoshinori Muto is going to get a start in this game, actually, because he impressed when he came on. Playa hasn't really been doing it for me the last couple of games, so he will be onto the bench. Muto will start. Who have West Ham got? Adrian, Diop, Balbuena, Cresswell, Zabaleta, Obiang, Noble, Wilshere. Wilshere's playing a game, good God. Snodgrass, Felipe Anderson, and Javier Hernandez. Can we get back-to-back wins for the first time this season? That's appalling, considering we're on, like, what, the 14th game of the season? League season, that is. Only one way, well, that's what we want. We want consistency, so that would be a good way to round the episode off, I reckon. The Goldfish Bowl type atmosphere of the London Stadium. By that I mean it just resembles a goldfish. I don't know what I'm trying to say with that. It's a big old stadium, and it looks like a. What am I talking about? I don't know. But anyway, I'm clearly not able to talk, so let's just play instead of talking. If I play as well as I talk, then I'm going to get absolutely shafted. It's Felipe Anderson. If he can shoot, then we're in bother. Comes through to Aaron Cresswell. Into Snodgrass. And it's completely unmarked. Mark Noble completely unmarked. And we've gone a goal down. Mark Noble. Bad when he's scoring against you when it's not a penalty. We've left him completely unmarked. Unmarked Nobled. But what? Unmarked Noble? Again, talking, difficult. Apparently so is marking. Marking seems to be... Look how much space he's got to take a touch, turn and shoot, and no one goes anywhere near him. That is pitiful. So much for our attempts at getting back-to-back wins here. Especially with West Ham, we can go above them in the table if we get a win here. So that is surely an incentive. Yedlin. Bit of a heavy touch, but it's fine. Here's Richie. Fine Shelby. Rondon with the first time shot, and Rondon has equalised for Newcastle. I love this big chap. I really do. Really didn't think that attack was going anywhere. Shelby found Rondon. I was going to Muto. I was going to try and get a shot away with him. Found Rondon. Thought, we'll just smack it first time, see what happens. And I should have never doubted the big man, because he always comes up. I think that's his 10th of the season, if I mind rightly. So he is our real shining light in this side. Big Solomon Rondon. Kennedy, good. Well done, lad. You putting the yards in. And Key goes and gives the ball away. Key, to be honest, he's not impressed. And I'm thinking, if we're going to get rid of someone, it may well be Ki Sung-yong. Because he's kind of doing my head in a wee bit. To Richie. Nice back heel. Look at you pulling out the tricks. Yedlin. Gets the crossing towards Rondon, and he's put it just wide. Oh, that was a big chance. Big chance. Oh, good ball for Rondon, and it's saved by, is it Adrian? I can't remember. Keeper, saved by the keeper. Emerson kind of holds on to it. Kennedy, right at the end of this first half, we are putting the pressure on. Muto. Ref, there's a free kick in there somewhere, but apparently not. Apparently we don't get free kicks. But what we do get is the half-time whistle, and we are level going into the break. Muto, he's been clattered. That's going to be a free kick. Ref, if you're not giving a booking for that, then there's something. Well done, referee. Well done. You've done a good thing there. You've actually learned the rules of the game, it would seem. Muto. Shelby. It's a free kick. We have a free kick right on the edge of the D. Don't laugh at that. That's childish. Ki Sung-yong stands over this free kick. Ki gets the bend on it, and he's scored! Ki Sung-yong has scored a free kick. Sweet Jesus, there are little miracles everywhere. We have scored a free kick, and it's Ki Sung-yong. That is absolutely perfect. Well, there was me thinking about selling him, and he's done something quite spectacular. Ki Sung-yong, you beautiful little man. Everyone's beautiful in this team. I'm questioning things that I never thought I'd question, but who cares? It's all well and good. We have the lead. Towards Muto, headed away. Comes to Richie. He takes a touch. Can't get the shot away. Still has it though. Pulls it back for Shelby to have a smack. And it's saved by Adrian. Atsu. He's just come on and he's pacey. Gives it to Muto. Rondon. Back to Muto. Atsu. He's got space to shoot. Christian Atsu! It's an absolute thunderbolt. And it's tipped onto the post. And it's been called back for, I think, offside. Maybe. Is it? I don't know. Here's Hernandez. Ball through. It's come back to Javier Hernandez. It's still Hernandez! And West Ham have stolen a point right at the death. Javier Hernandez, you wee tube. Oh, that is gutting. That is absolutely gutting. We do not deserve that. We don't have time. Surely we don't have time. Atsu. Rondon. Richie. Atsu. You referee. Right, that is clearly, there is a fix in. We were away, at least to get a shot away. And the ref has called for full time. Oh, I'm so angry. Rondon does get man of the match, even though he gets Hernandez has the same rating, but we'll take man of the match. To hell with you, Javier Hernandez, you prick. Oh, that is absolutely gutting. That is genuinely, that's really put a damper on my bloody day, that. Right, so I've decided just to try and spin this on a little bit. We're going to simulate the Tottenham game because there's a very good chance we weren't going to win it anyway. And it says Tottenham Hotspur are in form. Brilliant, that's exactly what I want to hear when I'm going to simulate a game. So we'll simulate it and hope that things kind of go our way, even though I'm not overly hopeful. Let's see, we lost 2-0. We lost 2-0, and Watford lost as well, so that's alright. Southampton lost, and West Ham drew. Could have been worse, could have been worse. Now you see, we stay in 15th place on 15 points. Watford stay in 16th, so we're Fulham have pulled out a 2-point gap, West Ham pulled out a 3-point gap. So we're still there or thereabouts, but you know. So with that, that is going to do it for this episode. Oh, just seen that Rondon is second highest goal scorer in the league with 9 goals. Lovely stuff, big man. So we'll kick the next episode off with a massive game against Bournemouth, who are sort of in and around us. They're in 9th, a couple of points ahead of us. Plus we have that irrational hatred for Bournemouth, given last year's Master League save. Then, oh god, then we have City away, and Leicester at home, and then West Brom away. So, what will we do? We'll play the Bournemouth game, we will play the City game, and then we'll play either one of the Leicester or Brighton games, probably more than likely play the Brighton game, because they will be more than likely in and around where we are, and then simulate the Leicester game, and then that will take us up to the opening of the transfer window. But until then, thank you very, very much for watching this episode of our Master League save. If you did enjoy this video and you haven't done already, do hit that like button, do hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon so you're notified of when we make new videos such as this general football chat. Try, now that the weather's getting a bit better, we'll try and get outside and get some actual football footage for you lovely people, so you can feel better about yourself. If you ever think that you're not a very good footballer, you'll see how bad we are. Plus, there's something very, very special coming up within next month, I think. What day is today? The 24th. So yes, it'll be exactly a month, but I'll tell you more about that when we get to it. It's nothing to do with football, but it will be up on the channel. I'll let you know about that closer to the time. But until then, once again, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.